Fantastic Four just took a brutal 66% nosedive at the box office, and it's only making things worse for Marvel. Fantastic Four just dropped 66%, as I said, in its second weekend, and it's not surprising. The numbers say people are done giving Fantastic Four another chance to go ahead and see it, no matter how much Marvel push it. And this was supposed to be, the project that reset the brand itself. But Fantastic Four ended up in the same category as every other failed Marvel experiment. Now, audiences saw right through what Marvel was putting out there with Fantastic Four, skipped it, and simply moved on. Also, this wasn't, Spider-Man No Way Home at all, and that had a massive opening. So even a steep second weekend drop still meant that, $100 million more. Fantastic Four didn't have that kind of cushion, and it opened modestly, and then it took a nosedive, just like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, just like Captain America: Brave New World. I mean, you can throw around box office numbers all day, but the trend is obvious. And honestly, this is not a comeback. It's a retreat. Marvel's not growing. It's shrinking. And Fantastic Four is just another casualty on the long list of failed reboots and second chances. Now, I've seen it in the comments and stuff in previous videos on this topic and stuff. People saying that I'm a hater. They don't like my take. I got a bad take. Only to find out I wasn't saying the movie was bad, but I was talking numbers and predictions. And I'm one of the many people who said that it was going to flop. Now, nobody's pretending anymore, you see. Even the analysts are saying that this thing might limp to $550 million globally. That's not a win at all. That's not even a break-even point. That's just a loss, a huge one for Marvel and for Disney and for anybody still trying to prop up the MCU. You can't keep investing hundreds of millions into these movies and get meh returns. And the idea that this was going to be, the MCU's big last chance to go ahead and build into Avengers Doomsday just makes it worse. This wasn't just another film. This was a setup. This was supposed to reignite the brand itself, and Fantastic Four couldn't even hold its ground for 2 weeks. I mean, some fans gave it a shot. They said, it was better than the rest of the garbage that we've seen recently from Marvel, but better than trash still isn't good. Mid-tier movies don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. Not from Marvel, not after She-Hulk, Ironheart, and the Marvels. That goodwill is long gone. People used to show up to these films even when they were on the fence, and now they don't even bother checking what's actually in theaters anymore. Okay, so Fantastic Four could have been a 7 or an 8 out of 10 and still fell apart because the audience is definitely checked out. Now, of course, the spin machine jumped in real fast and stuff. You had people like John Volker blaming the audience as usual instead of the studio, saying things like Jurassic World doing better than Superman and Fantastic Four proves that fans are just dumb. That kind of elitist attitude is exactly why the whole system is collapsing right now. Fans aren't the problem. The studios are. Marvel did this to itself. Fantastic Four didn't fail because people are too stupid to understand it. Quite frankly, it failed because audiences are tired of being lied to by the studios. They're tired of being told to sit through junk with a smile by people like John Roca. Okay, now even defending the movie, even people defending the movie are just making excuses. Well, Pedro was okay, or at least it was better than the Marvels. That right there is a low bar. Pascal might have been passable, but he's also oversaturated. He's everywhere and people are tired of seeing him. Okay, that's it. Fantastic Four needed a fresh start, and instead they handed it to the same recycled faces and expected applause. That didn't work. Marvel is obsessed with repeating their worst habits, and same actors, same tone, same bait and switch structure, okay? And honestly, this is exactly what happens when you burn your audience over and over again. You lose the benefit of the doubt. even when you finally deliver something that's halfway decent according to a lot of people, nobody's there to see it, and the Disney Plus garbage and stuff hasn't helped either. You see, people still remember Secret Invasion, okay? They remember the forced homework they were told to do just to go ahead and follow along with Doctor Strange or Loki. All of that baggage carried right into Fantastic Four. The average fan doesn't care about the deeper multiverse threads, okay? They just simply want a good movie that respects their time, okay? Now, you also can't drop a dozen failed projects and expect one semi okay movie to save the brand. And also, someone commented in a previous video saying, man doesn't mean bad and stuff. In this case, when it comes to Marvel, a movie that's been around for decades and stuff, a brand that's been around for decades, that's definitely bad. And Fantastic Four wasn't positioned to succeed either. Not after Quantumania, excuse me, not after Love and Thunder from Thor, not after the Marvels. The damage was already done. People saw the trailer and shrugged. Some didn't even know it came out, and that's the level of apathy Marvel has built for itself. Apathy, not hate, not backlash, just complete and total indifference where no one cares. And it's hard to overstate how deep the hole is now. Fantastic Four was supposed to be the symbol of a new phase, a clean slate. But it's already being lumped into the failures and stuff. It was supposed to lead the charge into Avengers Doomsday, but instead, it just face planted. And now Avengers Doomsday looks like it's headed for the same fate, okay? And there's no momentum, okay? No fan excitement, just basically recycled marketing and hollow promises. Now the media can't fake the buzz anymore because people will see right through it once again. You see, no one talks about the fact that most fans have just tapped out. You see, Marvel used to be appointment viewing and stuff. Now it's background noise, and you can see it in the ticket sales. You can also feel it in the theater. Empty seats, quiet halls. People don't even argue about Fantastic Four online, and it's not controversial. It's not bold. It's just there. Another mid-level failure of a long line of corporate projects that didn't connect with anyone, okay? And it's not just about one movie flopping either. You see, it's about what that flop represents. Fantastic Four was marketed like a tentpole event, and it barely even made a dent. That's how weak the brand has become. That's how far Marvel has fallen. And once you lose the audience trust, it just makes more than just nostalgia and new logos to get it back. Well, it takes that to get it back, and that trust is gone. It didn't disappear overnight. It was simply chipped away, project by project, lie by lie. Now, blaming the audience is a loser strategy. The media can't save this with puff pieces, and critics can't prop it up with bold new direction headlines. You see, Fantastic Four wasn't bold at all, and it wasn't new, and it didn't matter. The audience is treating it like another streaming dump, and it shows. You see, this is the first time a reboot of this scale has landed with such a thud, and nobody seems shocked. Just disappointed or don't really care. Now, the studios act like fans have short memories, like they forgot about Ironheart, like they forgot Eternals, but they haven't. And Fantastic Four didn't do enough to wipe the slate clean. But Fantastic Four just added more weight, more reasons not to care, more proof that Marvel doesn't know what it's doing anymore. And this isn't just, one bad film. This is systemic, and you can't course correct when you're still holding on to the same broken playbook. Now, Pedro Pascal from Fantastic Four might be the face of this movie, but he's also the face of audience fatigue. Now, you can't ride him into every IP and expect different results. You see, Fantastic Four needed more than a familiar face. It needed trust, and it never earned it. Not from longtime fans and stuff, not from newcomers, not from anyone, okay? And with Marvel hemorrhaging goodwill, this kind of project just speeds up the decline. Now, this was supposed to be the comeback, the big comeback. This was supposed to fix the damage and stuff, but instead, Well, Fantastic Four just simply proved that damage is permanent. Now, the MCU isn't just struggling, it's sinking. And if Avengers Doomsday is the next domino, well, they're simply out of chances. People will only give you so many shots before they just simply move on, and it looks like they already have. No matter what spin they try, Fantastic Four just proved that Marvel is running on fumes. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, share the video far wide across social media, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord server in the link in the description below. And turn on the bell for future uploads notifications, and I'll see you all next one. Until then, peace.